artists, let's do a little bit of fiber arts. Today we are going to be doing hand weaving so that we can make a scarf to go clear around our neck. I'm not going to take off my label or use the outside piece of string. I only use the piece of string that comes right out of the middle, and I can pull a little bit out so that I'm ready to get started. I'm going to put the loose end in my non-dominant hand because my hand that uses a pencil has to hold it to weave back and forth and back and forth. Non-dominant, yarn inside. With my yarn on top of my non-dominant hand, I go in and out and in and out. I go around my last finger and then in and out until I go back up to the top again. I might need to stop and pull out some yarn. That's fine. Make some little adjustments. Take your time. I loop around my pointer finger, slide my little loops down, and then I'm just going to let this hang all the way down the front. You'll notice it's on top of my loops because I'm going to actually begin my weaving. In order for the fibers to lock in and hold, they have to loop over one another. So I'm going to pick my bottom loop and stick it over the top of my yarn as it lays down my hand. I like to start with my index finger. The first one might look like it's going to fall off. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't be too tough on yourself. It will all work out. I use one finger at a time. Pull those loops over. You can see I kind of have to have my fingers bend down and poke in. Loop around the back and over the front again. Let's show that one more time. Around the back, it's just straight around and straight around the front. But now I have to lock those in again. So I'm taking the bottom loop up over the top loop, one finger at a time. Once again, I take my yarn. I'm going to go all the way around the back and down the front. Now you might need to scoot this down on your fingers once in a while so you have a little room to work, but just continue on until you get a nice long scarf. I can take a minute to look between my fingers and see those beautiful stitches. It looks like a crochet or a knitting stitch. You're doing this with your fingers, you guys. Great job. Keep going, even more and more and more, and make sure you're going to be very, very proud of your work. Now at any time you can turn it over and see the back. It looks very boring. Do not panic. Do not panic. Plus it's going to grow when we simply go to the back, pull that one string and ta-da! Your scarf is coming together, guys. This is how you can measure how long it is. So once in a while, pull that string and then go back to work. It's got to be plenty, plenty long. Now I'm going to pull my back one last time, make sure it's the length that I think is good. And then I go out a little ways, simply use scissors, cut my yarn, and then tuck my end through every single one of my loops. I like to start again at the top and go down. I don't think that it really matters, but I do have to secure it through each one. Give it a nice pull, and guys, you did it! A complete finger weaving that you can take home today.